What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these game week videos, obviously with it being a week apart during each sort of lock on the NBA playoffs on SORARE. Last week we did this live. If you're not subbed to the channel, you might have missed it, so make sure you hit subscribe. Let's jump into my lineups. As ever, I'm going to announce who's going to be winning what card this weekend for finishing top of limited contender for the Swingman SORARE Society. Let me pull that up right now. So there's 235 people in our league this week, and the prize, if you finish top of limited contender this week, is... The prize this week is Kevin Love of the Miami Heat. I know it's his Cavs card here. I just picked one up that had a good amount of XP on it, so I can give it away to one of you guys. So all you have to do to be within a chance of winning it, make sure you sub to the channel, like the video, and make sure you join the mini league. There will be a link in the description. It's completely free to do. Obviously, we've still got the sort of reduced NBA playoff slate that we've got. There's no special competitions or anything like that. It's still pick up limited contender, limited champion, rare contender, and rare champion. They're the ones that obviously I'm playing in. I'm not in the super rare and uniques. We'll jump into my limited contender lineup first, and obviously this is the one where you can win the prize in my league. Tyrese Maxey is sort of my main guy in this one at 37. It basically allowed me to play Melton, Vanderbilt, and Gary Payton the second. Bit of a GP2 there. I did have PJ Tucker in here sitting in this situation, and then I saw I had 10 remaining points, so I went out and I picked up a Robert Williams. This is also because the Sixers Celtics sort of series at the minute, I can't call what way it's going to go. I have a lot of Celtics players, but not that many, a lot of Sixers players, I should say, but not that many Celtics guys. So I picked up another Celtics limited. If they do go through, he's fine. At 24, the only issue with Time Lord is that his minutes on the floor have been a little bit subjacent, but I think it's also because Al Horford is a better matchup on Embiid anyway. So I know he's got his injury doubts and everything like that, but at 24, I'm going to play him for these two games. And if not, he's 25 years old. I've got him for next season. I'm not really worried about it in that regard. But that's my limited contender lineup there. I've not been doing too great in terms of the overall side of things with the points and the credits on the limited stuff. I'll show you that towards the end of the video, though, where I'm at in general for some of the prizes that got announced. For limited champion, Joel Embiid MVP, obvious lock choice for me. I'd say he picked up the last two games against the Celtics, but there's still a bit of room to go for what we've seen of Embiid of the regular season in any case. Tobias Harris, great pick at 28. Aaron Gordon at 32. He's still in that sort of... His L10's not come down because he's got such a ceiling, such a floor, but such a limited ceiling anyway. He hasn't had a massive game for quite a while now, but look, I'm going to play him. He's got 3 games. There's a chance he might go off in one of them. I really like Bam Adebayo at 32. I picked him up the other week. I think he'll get in and around the 40 mark. These two games, especially, I'm slightly favouring the Heat just because of Jimmy Butler, and I've not been too impressed with Julius Randle in the playoff series so far. So at the moment, I'm leaning on the Heat. Jimmy Butler, it's not really a 1-2 punch of a Bam Adebayo. It's more of a massive one and then a little guy too, because he's not been the Bam Adebayo would expect. But at 32, you can roll with him. And then I could have a guy at 28, but I had a Jordan Poole in my gallery. He's been very, very disappointing for the Warriors, but I think he'll have one game where he's had like the 39 or the 30 mark, and that's what I'd hope and take for a limited champion, just to tick along those points each week. We're absolutely flying through them. Rare contender. Now, obviously, my strategy this whole series has been that I think it's going to be too hard to get 5 guys on the floor in a playoff series that play each week. You might have it one week, but I think moving further and further into the playoffs, it's going to be really, really tough. Ish Smith is still the guy I'm going to be running with. L10 to 6. We might get garbage time in one of these games if it does go for a full 7, because it's currently slated at 2 or when I'm recording this after Phoenix won last night. So he might get a couple of points here and there on the garbage time. I won't hold my breath for it, but it basically allows me to play KCP, who should be in and around 15 to 25 points. The Jordan Poole that we won the other week in Red Champion at 25. Again, we're hoping he has one of those big sort of 30 mark games. Malcolm Brogdon, who's been a consistent guy from the Celtics all year, and he's still doing it in the playoffs. And then DeAndre Ayton, who has been disappointing. I can't quite stretch to Marcus Smart, unfortunately, because I would rather have him. But DeAndre Ayton, he's been disappointing in this series. It is tough against Nikola Jokic, but even then, you would have expected a bit more from DeAndre Ayton. But look, if they go through and progress, I've got a couple of Suns guys. If they don't, I still have a couple of Nuggets guys. So it isn't the end of the world for my gallery here. This also probably does give away some spoilers and this little bit here for who is and who isn't playing in Rare Champion. My Rare Champion, I'm going to go through this really quickly because this video is going to be a short one. Devin Booker as my MVP, 50 guy here, 3 games mentioned. Devin Booker's been amazing this season, in this series in general. I'm going to pick him over Jimmy Butler anyway. Jaylen Brown at 36 here, 2 games, isn't the best, but he has been arguably better than Jason Tatum in this series. Andrew Wiggins again, 2 here, 36 is high for what he's been doing, but we hope he has one of those sort of breakout games again. RJ Barrett finishes it off. He's been sort of arguably better than Julius Randle in this series, which is nuts for an RJ Barrett. And then Caleb Martin at 18. I know he's got the questionable mark, but I do think he'll play. And he's been having sort of one-offs, one-ons at the moment. And at 18, he just allows me to play the other 4 guys. So for me, it's an obvious fit. And then to round it up for my pickup lineup here, as always, if I do finish in the top 100 or 200 or whatever it is that wins a limited card this week, I'll give it away to one of you guys. So just make sure that you like the video, you sub to the channel, and you comment your SORARE handle down below for that one. Jokic as the MVP, obvious choice. I do like LeBron in these 2 games against the Warriors. And then I also liked all 3 of these Heat guys for their L10s. I think Kyle Lowry at 23 is a potentially shrewd pick. He might get more ball handling minutes depending on Jimmy Butler. I've already said I like Bam Adebayo at 32. And I love Caleb Martin at 18. It's just how it goes. As you can see, these are my playoff roundups where I am. I'm still sitting in 70th for Rare Champion. I'm on the cusp of points in Champion and Contender and also Pickup. So it just depends how these next few weeks play out. But we've still got 4 more to go. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for them. You've seen, I'll have shared on my Twitter, which you can follow one of these here, where everything is about for the NBA playoff prizes that got announced. I think in and around 1,000 gets you some good things. So I'm going to hope to get around there. If not, it's not the end of the world. Let me know how you're doing in these playoff series, how many credits you've got in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.